The people's story. The disciples arrive back at the well and stop short. Jesus is speaking with a Samaritan woman. The sight stuns them, yet no one dares to interrupt or ask what is happening. The moment feels charged and unfinished, as if something important has just been set in motion. All at once, the woman leaves her water jar behind. She turns and runs toward the village, her feet moving faster than her thoughts, excitement pressing her forward. When she reaches the people, she speaks urgently, calling out to anyone who will listen. "Come and meet a man at the well who told me everything I've ever done. Could this be the one we've been waiting for?" The words spread quickly. People begin pouring out of the village, drawn by her voice and the possibility she has placed before them. They stream down the road together toward the well. Jesus remains there. When the disciples urge him to eat, he speaks of nourishment they cannot yet grasp, of work already underway and a harvest already ready. He lifts his eyes and sees what is coming before they do. The people arrive and ask him to stay. So he does. For 2 days, Jesus remains with them, speaking and teaching, allowing them to hear him for themselves. And many come to believe, not only because of the woman's first words, but because they have now encountered him directly. When they speak again to her, their voices are steady with conviction. "Now we believe," they say, "not just because of what you told us, but because we have heard him ourselves. We know this man truly is the Savior of the world." What began with one conversation becomes something shared, carried forward by movement, encounter, and recognition. Jesus is received. Reflection. Reconciliation in this story does not come from resolving disagreement. Jews and Samaritans still disagree about worship, history, and identity. Those differences do not suddenly disappear. What changes is where everyone turns their attention. They come to Jesus. The woman does not take offense at what Jesus reveals, and she does not take responsibility for fixing the divide. She simply invites others to meet him. The people respond, not because they have settled their arguments, but because they are willing to listen, and Jesus stays. That is where reconciliation takes root. For a woman who longs for a peaceful home, offense often doesn't look like open conflict. It looks like carrying concern, managing everyone's emotions, staying alert so nothing goes wrong, and quietly believing it's your job to keep things from falling apart. That kind of vigilance creates distance instead of peace. This story offers another way. Peace grows when Jesus becomes the shared center rather than the tension you're trying to manage. Reconciliation happens when you release the responsibility to fix, correct, or prevent, and instead invite his presence into the space. You do not have to resolve every difference. You do not have to carry everyone's peace. You are allowed to listen together. When Jesus is welcomed, offense loosens its grip and reconciliation follows. Not because everything is settled, but because everyone is gathered around the same presence.